Peeling an onion. Simple, safe and easy to do. At home and in schools we use a serrated blade. It is sharp and all cutting activities should be supervised. When the knife is not in use, it just gets kept safely under the side of the board and out of the way. Onions have a dry, papery outside skin, and this needs to be removed before we can start to cut it. The easiest way and simplest way is just to run it round in our hands like it was a bar of soap. See these pieces coming away? You don't need to pick at it or try and use a knife. You just run it round. Now let's give it a good rub. There you are, look at that. Alright, and here we have at the top, this is the stem, and at the bottom the root. So let's take these pieces off the board. We'll put that to one side. When we cut an onion, the most important thing is to cut down through the root. Inside of the onion there are layers and we need the root to hold that together. So if we rock it back onto the stem like this, we'll see it's fairly stable. So I'm going to cut it this way. The hand position that we use is called a bridge. We come over the top. You'd use the same cutting technique in any time you're cutting through the centre, because your hand on either side are holding it together while you cut. The pinky comes up out of the way and the knife is used in a sawing motion to come down through the root. There we are, knife away safely. And there, you can see that the root here is still intact. Both sides have a piece of root, and we've managed to get through the stem fairly evenly as well. Let's put that to one side. So, if we put our onion flat down on the board, it's nice and safe. What we're going to use now is a second hand position, which I call the pinch. When you put your hand on a board, if your elbow is close to your chest, your thumb will line up with your fingers. This is very dangerous. However, if you put your elbow out, your thumb will rotate to behind your fingers in a pinch. This is what we use when we want to cut the end off a vegetable. An onion in this case, but it could be a slice of pepper, it could be cucumber. So what we want to do is cut the stem. So we put our thumb on the back of the root, way back from the front of our fingers. We take our knife and in a sawing motion we remove the stem. Put the knife back out of the way, remove the pieces we don't want, and now you can see quite easily that we can remove the outer skin. See how that's still held? Yeah, off it comes. And again, keeping our board clean. Now, the simplest cut of onion is just to cut little smiley faces, little rainbows. We use a pinch, so our thumb goes to the back, our fingers to the front, and then using a gentle sawing motion, we cut the onion. This is perfectly good for stews, casseroles, chilies, salsas. You can use this cut very much so in stir fries, all sorts of things. It doesn't need to be more complicated than this. Later on, if your child is feeling more confident and they want to look at cross-cutting, we can show them how to do that. But at the moment, something like this, very simple, very easy to do, safe, practical. Have a go.